around the networking in cloud and DevOps. See, the networking, if you are not from networking background, no need to have more insight networking here, because we want to be a cloud engineer or cloud administrator or cloud architect or DevOps engineer or DevOps analyst. But what I'm saying is learning the understanding around VPC, how it works, that is more than enough. Because still you are configuring this VPC, but the backend, everything, still there should be some network team has to be there to decide what exactly need to allow, what exactly need to be denied. Okay, so before going to here, I'm just going to open up a whiteboard. Okay, confirm you are able to see the whiteboard, right? Okay, so now simple first thing what I'm going to do is we are going to create a VPC. Okay, in the VPC, I'm going to create a public subnet. Okay, and I'm going to create one private subnet, just option method one. Okay, so private subnet. In this public, I'm going to create one machine. I'm going to create one more machine. Okay, in this you are assume you are sitting in here somewhere. You are sitting in somewhere in the internet or your office or Bangalore office or US office or Canada office. So what you have to do is you want to reach this is the actual application server. Maybe you can assume this is application server. So you want to do something. Maybe you need to take a backup or you need to restart the service or some admin backend task. But this is the application server. It's not in public. It's not having any public IP. It's only private IP. So, but you are sitting in somewhere in your office or work from home. Even work from home also, you log in to office network via VPN, right? So first what you have to do is you need to put some machine as a jump server, you can call it as our bastion host or some gateway server where you all have to log in here first. From this, you only you can able to reach this. From this only you can able to reach this. So you need to create a rule here. Okay, your office network, what is the network range? So say 10 dot 10 dot 10.0/16. So I'm creating a rule. Whoever is coming from this network only allow. So that means this Chennai office or US office or Canada office people only can log in, access this mission, right? From this again, I'm creating a rule. Okay, who is the source? Whoever want to log into this servers, there are a lot of servers in this private. So there is a 10.10.20.0/24. So I'm creating a rule. So whoever is coming from this network only allow, otherwise deny, right? So I'm just started restricting network rule. So to create, to decide, to make a understanding, you need to have a very basic idea, not very huge knowledge you need. So what I'm going to do is, if you have a browser, open it. I'm going to give you a simple exercise and do it and confirm in the chat. Let's wait for the Excel sheet. So basically, I know we all studied during the college or school days, class A, class B, class C, class D, networking, subnet. Okay, so the same we are going to do it here, but in a different way. So what we are going to do is go to Google, okay, and type subnet calculator. Subnet calculator. Okay, in the meantime, I opened Excel sheet also. You are seeing jodis.de, right? So this is pretty much handy. I used to refer most of the freshers. So here, what we are going to do is first we are going to take some one network. Say you are a cloud admin, and your network team, the network team, they are saying, okay, you go ahead and create, but in cloud it's up to us. No need to ask, but I'm saying, say 10 dot 20 dot or 10 dot 10 dot 10 or 10 dot 0 dot 0.0.0/16. So can you go to this website and tell me what is the first network? So I got this /16 network, but I want to create a application server, one VLAN, and web server. Okay, we will put first web server. Web servers, there are 100 web servers or 200 web servers. Then I need create one network and database server, and there is a backup servers and monitoring servers. So there are huge servers because you are a shared support company. So you need to keep all this in a separate network. So what is the first network you will design? Can you use this calculator 10.0.0.0/16? Okay, and say calculate. So before going to that, you need to have a basic idea. Okay, class A. Okay, what is the range? Anybody tell? Confirm in the chat. Class A 1 to 120. Any idea? Yeah, Vijay. I'm just going to. Yeah, Mahendra. Yeah, go ahead. I given.
Vijay, it's 0 to 126. 127 is loopback address.
Yes. So 127 is loopback address. Loopback address. Okay, and I'm just expanding this. So now class B, confirm in the chat if you. So if any use case, probably we'll discuss. So class B, what is the range? 128 to 191. Yes. So now class C is 192 to 192. What is that? 192 to 253. Yes. Yes, Agil. So 253. So now you need to understand this basic thumb rule. So now you tell me from this, I need a first network. What is that? Loopback. Okay, I'm going here. If you go to any computer or anything, your network card is having loopback. So ping 127.0.0.1. So if you go and see ipconfig/all, can you just scroll a little bit? See here, there is no 127 IP address, but still we are getting a response. That means by default, you want to verify your network interface have to check the status, right? So the 127 is the mostly you cannot use it because it's for reserved. We used to call loopback, right? You need to make sure from your laptop till your network interface all are good, right? And so this you need to reserve it. We cannot use it. So now go to that website and tell me from this output what is the my first subnet. So first what you are getting output, say calculate. I'm getting 0.0.1 to 10.0.255.254. So I'm going here. What that means? This output, what that means? So basically, if you go here, I'm just formatting it. So this means 10.0.0.1 to 10.0.0.254. Okay, and then 10.0.1.1 to 10.0.1.254. Like this, 10.0.255.1 to 10.0.255.254. So if you look at this, it's about almost 255 subnet. Each will accommodate 254 servers. That is why if you go to this, totally 65,534 hosts you can accommodate. Can you confirm? Can you confirm in the chat? So this basic understanding, if you have, that is more than enough. So what is this? This is one subnet. Okay, this is one subnet. This is second subnet. Okay. Then third subnet is 10.0.2.0, sorry, 2.1 to 10.0.2.254. This is third subnet. So now how do I represent this as a network? So go here, 10.0.0.0/24. Slash 24 means 1 to 254, right? So, but I don't want to go with the 0 because first network, you keep it as a reserve always. So I'm starting with 1.0. So, and I'm going to start from this, say 2.0, 2.0, and then I'm going to start 10.0.0.3.0/24. So if you go in this way, it will be easy for you. But what I'm saying is, if you don't like 10.00, you can say 10.10. In that case, you can change this. You can change this. You can change this. It's up to you how you want to define 10.10. Oh, sorry. 10.10. So here you need to define like this. This basic understanding more than enough. And who is source, who is destination, that also more than enough. Okay, so like this, you can keep on go, and finally 10.10.255.0/24. No. Actually, if you go any major implementation, the network team, the first network team, if you go to any company, there will be a one head of the unit. That network team, we can normally used to call it as a corporate network team. Okay, corporate NOC team. That corporate NOC team will give to say Chennai network team only this. They don't give spoon feeding like this. So they only give the parent network. You imagine this /16, you can go up to 254 subnets, right? So where in Chennai you have a multiple branches, in Chennai you have a multiple floors, multiple projects. So in Chennai, how you want to, which subnet you want to use it for which purpose, it's up to you. But of course, you need to declare it in the central database. But what I'm saying is that the corporate team, they won't come inside. So they will give you on parent network. So inside whatever, it's your call, because you are the person who is going to manage. You are the team who is going to manage. You are under corporate NOC team, the each location team. You can put it in that way. Okay, so this is how you need to start understand this networking. So now, what is regarding the exercise, what we are going to do is, what is that for me? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to explain now the same way.
Vijay Srianand here.
Yes.
Vijay, can this web server and applications be in the same subnet, or is
Yeah,
there
it's up to you. That is what I'm saying. See,
okay.
if you have 200 web server, I seen some of the backend support company, they have most of the customers. So customer 1 web server, put it in here. Customer 2 web server, put it here. It's up to you, because anyway you have a almost VLAN 1, VLAN 2, VLAN 3, VLAN 4, VLAN 5. So you can call this as a either VLAN or subnet, any name. It's up to you. Okay, so 1, and you can up to almost 255 subnets, because we have to consider 10.10.0 also, but we are not using it here. See, you are using this for web server, it's up to you. No, I don't like from some people still they go with some superstitious. So no, I like only 2. We cannot do this in corporate.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this also you can map it with a web server, or this also map it with. It's up to you, but you need to define first what you are going to do in one simple Excel sheet or simple form, everything. But once you decided some high level documentation, then go here and first fix what exactly going to do. Okay, and then you start go for this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is my parent network, because my network team given the VPC network. What is the network? They given 10.10.0.0/16. Okay, what is from this, during my initial documentation, what is my first subnet I got? 10.10.0, but 0 I'm going to reserve it. So we will go with from 1.0/24. So remember, /16 means 65,534. Okay, this much machine you are going to accommodate, but first we will go with the /24. So for my public VLAN or public subnet, I'm going to use it for 10.10.1.0/24. Next, I'm going to use it for private. Okay, private, because I want to host all my application server. So here 10.10.2.0/24. Okay, next another private. See, you are going to use this for application server or web server or database server, or it's up to you. But I'm just provisioning, right? But there should be a clear-cut documentation first in Excel sheet or your notepad or whatever during the learning. So now I'm going to use
Okay.
for private.
How much subnets we are using, and how much subnets which are still available for us to use? So
That is
maintaining
what
that
you
will
need
help
to.
us. Okay.
That is what
Okay.
you need
Yeah.
to maintain in some form of Excel sheet. But so
Sure.
many
Vijay.
companies, they are having some forms.
Yeah. I
Okay.
understand that.
So now I'm going for 10.10.3.0. So now you tell me there is another. So I put my web server here. I put my application server here, but there is another challenge. So there is a database server. /24 means maximum we can accommodate 253, but there is a challenge. The database server, I have almost 500 servers. So now I cannot go with the /24. Why? Because it will accommodate this much amount only. But what I'm saying is, in that case, how do you do it? What is the next one? 10.10.4.0/24, right? So what I'm going to do is, I want to club these 254, 254. I'm going to club this. But if you want to club this, merge, then 3.0 is going to be the same. But here you need to make it 23. 23 means go here, and just check it. 10.10.3.0 plus 23. Okay, go to calculate. See here. So 3.0 means 10.2.1 to 3.54. That means you will have 510 IP address, right? So now you come back here. So even tomorrow you want to accommodate 1,000 machines. So you need to carefully define. So from this, this decision is going to be with you, right? But you need to make sure how many missions now, how many missions in future I can accommodate in this, based on your forecast, based on your business, based on your project requirement. This is completely up to you, right? So now we are going to do the same with a minimal setup. One public network, one private network. We will discuss this, then we will go with the private one. Another private subnet, right? So now I'm going for my AWS account. I'm going for VPC. Okay, there is a VPC Wizard. I normally recommend, if you are starting your cloud learning or just a beginner, don't go with the automatic one, automatic R. Just go with the manual one. So go click your VPC. I am going to say create VPC, but before create VPC, better first to put some warning. Don't delete. I am lazy. So I'm just putting this message everywhere because you should not touch the existing one at any cost. So I'm going to subnets. I'm going to here, because I'm seeing during the learning, most of the time, people are really deleting the default one. Don't delete it. If you delete it, this region is really you cannot use it. Okay, and before that, I don't want to be in Central. Always I want to be in North Virginia, because North Virginia is having so many features. You no need to struck if this service is feasible in this region or not. So North Virginia is always advisable. So I already put it. Normally I used to prefer, whenever you want to make sure the gen put some name so that you never forget. So I'm just going to here. I'm going to put this one, so that by seeing the name, you know, okay, it should not be touched. First, you do this, all VPC and all subnets. I mean the default. By seeing the 172 itself, you know this is the default. So I'm going for a VPC. I don't want to be a VPC launch wizard. So create VPC. I'm going to say cloud and loud. Say hosting or project. I'm going to come down the IPVR. What is our actual parent network? 10.10.4. 10.0.0/16. This is our parent network. Tenancy is don't go with the dedicated, because dedicated is something more bandwidth. They will allocate only to you. But since we are trying to learn, go with the default one. Come down, create VPC. So the VPC got created. Now this part is created. This part is created. Now we need to create this one, and then another subnet, and then another subnet. So while creating this, you can name it as a public, because we are going to use it for public. While creating this, you name it as a private. See, naming, even I can name this as a private, I can name this as a public, but when you name it, it will be easy for you to configure it. Otherwise, it will be more confusion. So always the name will be more important. So I'm going here. I'm going for subnets. I have steps. Don't worry, I will share it with you. In Notepad, I have prepared. So create subnet. So here, which VPC I'm going to create? I'm going to create this custom VPC. Come down, go here. So first, public subnet, and then availability zone. You can select anything. So you need to decide all people come to inside via what availability zone. So you are setting some gateway. So you can decide. Even if you don't select also, automatically it will pick up. So I'm just going to here. What is the first subnet? 10.1.0/24. Okay, I'm going to select this because we need. Again, previously we need to create again and again, but now they added one more button to make our life very easy. So you can create a 10 subnet at a stretch. So come down. I'm going to say private subnet 1, and come down. Availability zone, I'm selecting the any other one. I'm going to say 2.0, and then add subnet. We can create private subnet 2. You can select any availability zone. I'm going to do 10.10.3.0. Come down, add. So like this you can create, but our purpose is 1 public, 2 private. That is more than enough. This concept what I'm explaining. So I'm just going to say create subnet. So here this is public subnet. See, this is the reason I given the name. Okay, so public subnet. This is how you need to practice to make sure you are not getting any confusion. So public subnet, private subnet, 1, private subnet 2. So now the subnet is created. Now go to Internet Gateway. If you think you want to have some internet access, then go for Internet Gateway. If you think your servers not having any internet requirement, right? Most of the companies now they are doing their local patching server complete offline. So in that case, you need to decide. Create Internet Gateway. Go here. I'm saying Cloud and Loud Internet Gateway. Say create it. Now you need to attach it to VPC. Click which VPC? Cloud and Loud. So attach it. So you have to come here. The reason why we are creating Internet Gateway is you are coming here, but you want to go out. Otherwise, this connection will not be established. So the Internet Gateway is must if you want to have internet visibility. And I'm going here. So now go to route table. Don't worry, I have a step-by-step notepad. whatever I'm doing. Step 1, what you need to do. Step 2, what you need to do. So I will share it after this session. So please keep it and practice along with this video what I'm sharing to make sure you have some good understanding on networking. This is more than enough. So in VPC networking, you need to know how to create a VPC, how to create a subnet, how to define a routing tool, and then how to configure the servers. Then you need to use it for NAT gateway, and then how to create a pairing, how to create a, VPN customer gateway, the one which you are using, right? Daily basis you are logging from home to your office network. So this information is more than enough. Routing table, if you see this, if you expand this, there is a don't delete, I'm lazy. So I'm going to define don't delete, I am lazy, right? So by seeing this name, I know I should not touch it. So now what is this? The one which we created. So either you can use it or you can leave it. But the thumb rule is we need to create one private routing table. We need to create one public routing table. But why we need to leave this as a empty? We can use it for some purpose, right? So you need to decide. If you say public, then you can use it for public. If you say private, then use it for private. So how? Because if you define any name, simple. If I define public, then come here and associate public subnet. If you define private, come here, associate a private. So I am going to tag as public. So by seeing this name, okay, it's public. So come here, and what is this? So there is a public. So edit and public. If you name it as a private, then come here and select this. It's up to you. That is why I want to give a name, because we should not mislead, right? So I'm going for save association. So now public. Now I can create only one. You can create two also, but you need to leave this as a empty. Why you are wasting? Whatever resource you have, try to utilize, try to reuse, right? So create routing table. I'm going to say private. I'm going to say cloud on route project that this is our VPC. Under this VPC, I want to create a routing table. So create routing table. So by seeing this name, now you tell me, now seeing this name private. So click this and go here and edit subnet association. So by seeing this name, now what is my intention? Private. That is why I want to give a name. So say save association. Okay, so private, public, completed, right? Now again, go to public and go to routes, because we need a route. So anybody tell me with this, what is the problem it's going to be? If you go to your command prompt, your normal Windows or Unix or whatever laptop you have, right? Simple, type this command, root print. Wait, let me just go here. Are you able to see my command prompt? I just put a zoom. Root and enter. So because I seen last 2 days also there are a couple of people mentioned I'm not from networking background. You no need to be. You are not going to be a network admin. First of all, please understand. The one thing what we are going through nowadays, the main challenge is the cloud and DevOps. It's bringing all expertise together. Okay, one person has to be all knowledge. Not that mean you are not expertise. You have to have your expertise, and only thing is you need to know what is what. What is what? I think it's really mandatory in our profession, right? So see here, there is a 0.0.0 root, because you need to tell the machine these are all. If you get into this, where I need to send, but apart from all traffic, I need to pass it on to back to my network adapter, right? So this, you go to any server, 0.0.0 will be there, but in case any secure the environment, normally the 0.0 will not be there. So what they will do is, each and every packet or traffic, they will add the specific route. In that case, the apart from other, it will be dropped. So exactly the same I'm going to do. I'm going to do, first I'm selecting public, edit routes, add route 0.0.0, where I want to be. I want to go to internet gateway. What is my internet gateway? Just now I created. Go back to this diagram. Are you able to understand? Confirm in the chat. So this is my private, public network 1. This is my private network 1. Okay. So this, I want all the traffic to go here. This, I want all the traffic go here. That is exact I'm going to do. I'm going to say save changes. Okay. So now done. Public done. Now go back to private. Go back to private. Go back to routes. Go back to edit routes. Add route 0.0. See, you already defined, but apart from that, default traffic, you see here, apart from that, default traffic, come down, see here, apart from that, default traffic. Okay, so the exact I have to do even private and public, everything. If you create 20 subnets, all 20 subnets you need to define. So I'm going here, internet gateway. What is my internet gateway? But we have to change. But as of now, I won't make you to comfort. So I'm just saying. So now this also completed. This also completed. This also completed towards my internet gateway. So I'm sitting in somewhere here. So I'm just going here so that the reverse traffic. Isaac, go ahead, Isaac.
BJ, what you are provisioning, you don't want the private to be exposed to the internet gateway. Why do you have to the public internet? Why do you connect it to internet
Wait.
gateway?
No. Okay.
That's confusing to me.
I have to change it. But
Okay.
before change, till now, are you able to understand?
Yes, I understand what you are trying to say. I thought our destination should not be 0.0.000. It's supposed to be on the NAT gateway.
So now slowly, I want to remove this. But before I remove, till now, you understand what I'm trying?
Yes, of course, I understand.
Okay. Just give me some time so that you will understand better. So what scenario we are going to try 4 scenarios because I'm seeing Bastion host. I'm seeing a lot of confusion on a jump server. I'm seeing how to restrict my application server. I'm seeing, so there are a lot of confusion. So first step, we will go with all open towards internet. Then slowly I will cut down. People will understand very clearly. So if you don't understand after my explanation in next 10 minutes, you raise your hand. I will explain again. Okay, now I'm going here. So now everything is fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to EC2, open it in a different tab. I'm going here. I am going to launch instance. Okay, so when launch instance, okay, I'm going for Amazon Linux, T2 Micro. And here, till now, in your free tier account, you've seen only one default VPC. But see here, there is another VPC. definitely in your production, you could have seen many VPCs, because that is how the projects works. Now, even the default VPC, now you realized, right, how they created the way we created now. Okay, it's a very simple logic. I am going with my own VPC. Now, if the moment I selected the default VPC, I'm seeing 6 subnets. But the moment we selected our just created VPC, we are seeing 2 subnets. Are you able to understand now? Can you confirm in the chat? So because we created only 2 subnets, not 6 subnets. We created only 2 subnets, right? So that is why we are seeing here. We created 3 subnets. So I am selecting public subnet, because the first server what we are going to create is this server. So I'm going back here. So now for this server, I need a public IP. I need a private IP. Okay, public IP, but I'm seeing it's disabled. So there is something I missed still. Go back to your VPC, go back to your subnets, go back to your subnet. What is your subnet actually? So private subnet, public. So public subnet. So right click, there is a edit subnet settings. See here, there are a lot of UI changes is happening. Previously, when you right click, this option will be shown there. So there is a enable auto assign public address. But even now also you can say enable manually, but I don't want manual because I'm a lazy guy. So go here, I'm selecting this, okay, and save it. So now for public subnet, you made it as a automatic. I'm going to cancel this. Again, we will launch instance and selecting the Amazon to Linux. T2 micro. If I select my cloud and load VPC, and if I select public subnet, see here, there is a enable option now by default. I haven't changed. I haven't checked. But if I go and select private, again, you will see disable, because we haven't enabled in private subnet. We enabled only in public. So I'm giving here, come down, next storage. And since I don't want a SSD disk, this is for just learning. So go with magnetic, add tags, security group, go with the existing security group. No, there is no security group. So I'm going with, say, VPC loud. Sorry, VPC loud. loud. I'm just selecting it. Since this is just for learning, I'm opening everything, but you should not. So I'm just going review and launch. Normally, people will open only, say, for example, you are sitting in a Chennai office or you are sitting in a US office. So what is their IP address network? That network only have to come to the front end server. Say launch it. I will check the keys. I think if there is no key, probably we can open it. North Virginia. No, probably we can create a. Okay, is there. So I'm just selecting because I have to check that key is in my machine or I deleted. Yes, is there. Otherwise, if anything issue, we have to log in. To log in, anyway, we need to log in. So I'm going here. So the first server, you need to name it as jump server or Bastion host, or so there is a this server only you are going to log in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name as public. I'm going to name it as public jump. Oh, sorry, public pub public jump. So I'm saving it. Come down. So let it be pending. So now I created one server for public. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch another instance. I'm going to select the Amazon Linux same image. I'm going to select T2 micro. That's fine. This time I'm going to select Cloud and Load VPC. This time I'm going to select private subnet 1. I don't want any public IP. Come down. Next. Add tags. Sorry, no, I don't want the SSD. Go with a normal disk. Add tags. Security group. Review. Launch. So here, this is the public. So I want to create a private one. VPC private. Here, VPC private. So now you all tell me the machine which I'm creating, this is the machine. So now who are all I can allow? Who are all only I can allow? Can you raise your hand and tell me? So I need to create a security rule. So in this, yes, Isaac.
Yeah, you allow the traffic from the public only.
Okay, so in that
Public
case,
subnet.
yeah, all traffic. I'm going to give, yeah, Ravi. Okay, so now you tell me what network I need to put it. You all tell me.
Okay, you put
Dot.
from the public subnet.
Yeah, tell me what is the subnet? 10.10.
1.24.
Correct. Is it correct? So 10.10.1.0/24 only can come inside. Other people deny. Other people deny. I need only this person. I will allow. That it's very clear. I am the person. I can allow only this person from this network, not any other person. So I'm defining this. Are you able to understand this? Yes, Ram. So 10.10.1.0. So say review. Say next.
Vijay, you didn't put the descriptions to your security group.
Okay.
So that's convenient to understand.
So here say from public subnet only I am allowing. So is it clear now, Isaac?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm saying review launch. So say next, say launch. I'm selecting this key because I have this key not deleted, so it's okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to name this as application server 1. Just to make sure I'm not. So application application server, which subnet? Private subnet 1. Okay. I'll put it in Notepad. Application server private subnet 1. So that people will be more clear. So now see here, I have one public server, jump server, and I have one application server in private subnet 1. So now we need to log in this and we need to try to log in here, right? Okay, we will log in. I'm going to open my mobile stream. So I'm just going here. I'm going to say private key. So see, this is my mobile stream. So I'm just going to say SSH. I need SSH. What is the IP address of the public machine? This is the public IP address. So I'm copying this, going here, put it. What is the username? By default, AWS EC2-user, most of the images. So advanced SSH settings using private key, go here. I'm selecting this POM file because this is the key we have selected during the mission creation. I'm going OK. So now we are able to log in. Now the question is, are you able to see? I have zoomed also. Now from this, I want to ping. What I need to ping? I need to see here, there is no public address because we only not selected because I want to be in only private because my sensitive application server. So copy this private IP address, go here and paste it. So I'm able to ping. So that means go to this diagram, going here. I am sitting somewhere. I am coming here. I am coming here. Okay, from this I'm able to reach. That is fine. Now from this machine, I want to have internet, right? Because if I want to install some patching, if I want to do some software, everything, I don't want to anyone come inside directly to this. Sorry, directly to internet from this machine directly, but from this machine for a software upgrade, for my OS maintenance, for application visibility, application configuration, I need a internet in a reverse way only. This way only. This way only. Okay, how do that? First, we need to check from this machine. Internet is coming. I am coming this way. I'm coming this way, but I want to check the internet here. Let's do it. First, I want to log in. How do I log in? First, SSH. What is the IP address of that machine? This is the IP address. So I'm just going here. What is the error I'm getting? Permission denied because I need a key, the POM key. So where is that POM key? The POM key, see here, this is the POM key. So I'm copying this. Please start use Notepad++ or Edit Plus kind of a thing so that you won't get any issues on formatting. So copy this. I am going to the server. Use VA editor. Just put some name. Say I am .pom and insert mode. Copy this. Insert mode. Right click, paste it, and save this in VA editor. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the login, but I'm going to give the input of this IAM.pom. Now also I'm getting error. Why? Because the permission is not proper. Change mod 600. This permission is the right permission. IAM.pom. Now you do the same command. It will work. See, we logged in. We logged in previously. I was in 10.10.1.95. Go here. Go here. See 10.10.1.95. Now 10.10.2.97. Are you able to see this? Can you confirm in the chat? 10.10.2.97. 10.10.2.97.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this PAM key you have saved in the Westian host, right?
Yes.
Okay, we can save in our personal machine as well, right?
Sorry.
With what best practice? We can save that in our personal machine as well.
Yes, yes. Actually, you will have your own login. So that login, you log in and go for it. But anyway, yesterday we discussed, right? That SSH tunneling. Even use SSH tunneling to directly log in. You no need to keep the key, everything in that machine itself. I have prepared. I will share it with you all. You try this week. If you are struck anyway, I will explain in a hands-on everything. You no need to keep the key in Bastion host.
Yeah, I tried this. I keep in my personal machine. I to change to .ppk from
Yes.
puttygen to that. Yeah, I tried that. Okay, just to confirm, like, what is the best practice?
Yes, yes. No. Actually, SSH tunneling is the best practice. That is why yesterday I told. So I prepared yesterday night. So I will share with you. It's a detailed steps. Anyway, I'm going to show you next week with the hands-on. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, so we logged in. Now what is our goal? From this, I want to go to internet. It's not working. Why I need an internet from here? Because if I want to say, first I will switch over to root. If I want to install install say EPL or install HTTPD. See here. Because from the server, Isaac, hope you understand, right? Either you need to take a visibility on internet, or you need to set up your local repository, offline repository, to make sure all your servers are pointed to that. Isaac, you understand, right?
No, can you repeat that? I didn't get that part.
Okay, now go on mute. So I will just open up the new diagram. So what we did, we created one complete VPC. You understand? You confirm in the chat. You agree this, right? We created one VPC. Now in that VPC, we have what is the VPC network, parent network 10.10.0.0/16. So from this, we created 10.10.0 we reserved. So 1.0/24. This is the public. 10.10.2.0/24. This is the private. Private 1. So Isaac, you are sitting in somewhere in Africa. So from here, you want to do some maintenance. You need to create some directory, everything. So basically, you want to install some software. So you logged in, and from this we have allowed. So you logged in. So now you are in this machine. Now you are trying to install a software. Yum install some software. So when you install, this is getting hanged. Why? Because this machine not having any internet access, or this machine not having any local repository access. So it's trying to reach internet, which is failing. So we already know no one can log in directly. Only via this host. That is, we made sure we are good. Now we need to somehow give the internet access, but that internet access is not the front door, the back door. Only for your package, all server maintenance. How do you do that? So right now this is really not working. So that is what we are going to fix it. Are you clear? See here, I am trying to ping yahoo.com. See, yahoo.com. It's not working. So of course, it will not work. Yum install httpd. It will not work. Why? Because we configured in that way only. All traffic we rerouted towards internet gateway. Now you understand why I configured wantedly to that routing table. Yes, even though we pointed towards, see here, even though we pointed towards this, but the security rule, reverse traffic, everything, it's not going to work out. So there is something we need to change it, which we are going to do it now. Okay, I'm going here. So first option, what we are going to do is, I am going to put one more server because this is very sensitive. This is production. I'm going to put one more server and I'm going to put as a gateway server. Okay. Still, I remember when I started my career. How many of you heard about this? Cisco. Now there are a lot of people. If you want to configure as a gateway, you need to buy some Cisco router. There are a lot of companies now offering. At the time, Cisco is the more famous. So you need to buy some router and all your traffic you configure via this. We used to call layer 3. The same way, I don't have a budget. I don't have money. So I'm creating one server. I'm making this server as a gateway. So once I created, I need to attach it to this instead of internet gateway. Currently, it is going the internet gateway. So I want to remove this internet gateway and I want to redirect. I want to redirect to towards this server, right? So what will happen is no one can come inside directly, but this server can access internet via using this gateway machine. This gateway machine, you should not go with the normal images. It will not work. So you need a minimum 2 network card plus gateway enabled setting. There is an option in kernel. We need to configure some settings. How to become, if you want to understand, go to Google. How to install Linux server as a router. Okay, simple. There is some configuration you need to do it. This is the exact. So you need to find similar image to install. See here. These are the major settings. Wait, see, this is the one. So you need to make this setting so your Linux machine itself become a router. You no need to buy a Cisco router or anything. Your Linux machine itself can act as a router. But we are not going to configure all this. We don't have a time. Even you are not the core Linux admin or anything. Simple. Go here, launch instance, check that HVM, go to community. There is a HBA. Yeah, IP forwarding basically. Okay, let me go. I will come back this diagram. See, IP forwarding means you have 10 dot 10 dot 10 dot 1.0/24. Okay, there is a lot of machines, mission 1, mission 2, mission 3, mission 4, like this. You have another network, 10.10.2.0/24. I'm just giving you an example. So now this person want to talk to this person. Okay, still it's both are in the same, but how do you do this? So you need to have these machines have to be attached here. This machine have to be attached here. So you need to have a 2 and IP forwarding this network card to this network card. So if you enable IP forwarding only, he can able to talk to directly to this machine using this help, right? Basically, IP forwarding means you have a Linux machine and you have two network cards. This traffic you are forwarding to here. This traffic you are forwarding to here. I'm just giving a layman example. The similar concept you need to go very deep in actual routers, Cisco router. There are a lot of providers now. I'm going back to our own diagram. So now we need two gateway machine to interface machine with all these settings configured. So we need to find out which one. HVM. There is a option you will see in the HVM. So I'm just selecting this. Probably I'm just going to cancel. Wait. So I want to go here, networking. Okay. Change source network. Okay. So now I'm going to launch instance. Here itself, they are asking this settings. Okay, we will go with this. I think they enabled now in all images. So let's try out, or else I will share the right image. We are going to configure this machine at the same image. So I'm going to do this. Yeah. No. Wait. The first scenario, I need to show you the single point of failure. Then we will go with the NAT gateway. So I'm selecting the cloud and load VPC. I'm selecting the public subnet, everything. So I'm going to say add storage. I'm going to say magnetic. I'm going to say security group. In the public, we have selected VPC loud. So launch it. Next, launch, and this one, and launch it. And we are going to say the server public jump. Sorry, public gateway. Public gateway server. So now if you see, there is a public jump server where you will come inside and access all internal resources. The internal resources want to go outside if they want, then they will use this. I know in production we should not use this, but I just want to show you what is the actual impact using this, Isaac. So we'll wait for some time so that the server should come up. So it's initializing. So let's wait. Once we get not only vulnerability, say for example, this is again, it's a server. Okay. Normally, always go with the appliance. Appliance means you will not get any issues. But if you go with the server, if the server goes down, the OS is crashed. That's it. All your internal servers, there are 2000 servers, everything cannot communicate what they want. So normally they will go with the appliance. Appliance means nothing. It's a routers, right? Network appliances. Appliances. So network appliances always robust than normal OS based servers. So that is why people are really prefer to go with network appliance. In AWS, there is an option, Nat Gateway, right? Let's wait. In the meantime, I will search any good image, change source, destination, check AWS images. Nat instance. Okay. Actually, we need to create, we need to find out, but I'm seeing that option is already available in most of the images now. Previously, we used to search a particular image which has this feature. These are all already configured in the NAT image. Probably in the meantime, I will just go and search NAT. So there is a community AMIs. Okay. So I will safe aside, I will launch this because this configuration has to be done and they already done and taken the image. So the NAT image has to be launched. So I'm just going with this NAT community images. So this also a good one. So if it is not working, so that means the image, whatever you need to select, it has to be a NAT configured. So subnet enable, add storage, and going for a normal hard disk, add tags, security group. Yeah, see, all images are free, but the only thing is if you go with a more than T2 micro capacity, you will be charged. I'm selecting the keys. I'm launching instance. So this is going to be a public correct NAT server. Let's wait. So now if you see the public gateway server is up and running, right? So after the NAT server up and running, right click. Okay. Before going to do this, go to routing table. What we need as per this diagram, private has to reroute to this. So we will do it. Go to private, go to edit routes and delete this. Instead of internet gateway, I want a NAT instance. So go here. What is this public gateway? So click this and save changes. Right? But still, if you look at this, I want to have ping 𝐤𝐤.com. It's not working. So now I'm going here, instance, right click. There is a one small additional settings you need to do it. Say change source destination check. Stop. Stop means you are enabling. So I'm just going to say save. We will check this image also. It's working. If it is working, that means they enabled almost all the images. Okay, so it's not working. So let's wait. That means whatever image still they are maintaining. So only you need to go to launch instance. Instead of any image, you need to search NAT. Enter. You need to go to any of these images, which means they already enabled NAT. They already configured all the settings in this image. So you can select any image. So this is also a good one. What we learned. So you launch this randomly image. It's not working. Our goal is to work internet. So let's wait for the correct NAT image server. We will do the same exercise. It's initializing. Just wait for 2 seconds. Isaac, so this is scenario 1. After scenario 2, I will explain. So now what we are doing is we are doing this one. Let me just open up a PPT in the meantime, so that you will you unmute and tell. Wait a minute. See here, there is an approach. There are 3 approach. If you understand, it will be easy for you to make your decision better. So I'm just going to see here. So this is the public. This is the NATing server. This is the application server, right? So my idea here is we need to configure this. We need to configure this. We need to configure this. But what we did is we configured application server via the direct one. If you think about this, we directly configure this one. Pen. So we directly configure this, but the internet is not working. So now instead of this, I launch the correct NAT server with the correct image, right? So I want to redirect it to here to see internet is working. That is what we are doing. Okay, this is the first phase. Okay, so I'm just going to say. Yeah, go ahead.
Your CIDR block, CIDR range for the NAT server is the same thing with your public. I think it's a mistake there.
No. I just want to show you this is not a best technique. That is why we need to go to NAT Gateway. You got my point. We should not do this in the production, but people has to understand there is an option, but which is very vulnerable. You are getting my point.
Very well, thank you.
Yeah. So we should never ever do what I'm doing now in production, because this is a more vulnerable. But I want to show you why it's vulnerable. That is the reason I'm just doing it. Okay, let's refresh it. Yes, see here, the correct image got launched. So now we will go back to the VPC. We will go back to the routes. We will go back to this, and we will go back to the instance. We will click public correct NAT server and save it. Still, we are not able to work. So now what we are going to do is go back to instance, right click, go to networking, change source destination check, stop it and save it. See here. Now you understand, right? Confirm in the chat what we did. So from server, we pointed towards this gateway machine. Okay. This both machine are in public network. Okay. This is scenario 1. This server, internal application server, now able to access internet. Can anyone open up your hand and tell me, is this the right approach? If you say not right approach, you need to give why. You need to say why. If you say not a right approach, you need to say why.
Okay, it is not the right approach.
Yes.
First of all, it is not cost optimized because you are launching 2 instances at the expense of your client, and and secondly is vulnerable because it's have access into internet, and through that you can get back to your private subnet.
Yes, and one more thing is it's a single point of failure, Isaac, because it's a server. Again, you are putting all infrastructure under risk. So it's a normal vulnerability, or most of the DDoS, everything is. So you need to always hide your backend infrastructure via appliance rather than the OS based one. Yeah, Ravi, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yes, Vijay, you are saying correct. It's a single point of failure, and
Yes.
like as Isaac was also telling, and I was also thinking, the Nat Gateway, which is this
Yes, because
AWS
it's
service.
appliance.
Yeah, it's a AWS service. It is
Service,
highly
yes.
scalable and
Exactly. So suppose another major problem is if you keep add 1,000 servers, if you keep add 2,000 servers, all server traffic, if you redirect it to via this machine, definitely this machine will crash. Correct? Correct or not?
yes, Vijay.
Yes. So in that case, this is a really not feasible solution. Then what is our next option? Right? So now I'm going here, see here. So there is a second scenario. Okay, before going Nat Gateway, we need to discuss some more points. So now there is another scenario. I want this application network, servers network, have to be internet. This application network should not be in internet, right? So what you will do? I'm going here. I'm going to launch instance. Better first we will delete the incorrect NAT machine. So public gateway. This we will terminate it because it's a not right image. This also one of the good learning only. So you need to always search NAT while launching instance and pick up one NAT image. Okay. So now I'm going to say launch instance, and I'm going to pick up any image. So now what I'm trying is 10.3.0/24. In this application network, there is a one more machine I'm creating. Maybe this is the private network 2. I'm creating one more application server in this. Now the question is, I want this machine should not have any internet access. Okay, but this machine should have internet access. Before going to NAT gateway, this is also one of the scenario people will have. Some of your backend servers should need internet. Some of the backend servers should not go any internet visibility. How do you do that? So I'm selecting my own VPC. This time I'm selecting private 2 subnet. Go add storage. I don't want SSD. I want the normal disk. Go to add tags, security group, and existing one. So in that case, this is VPC private, right? People has to come inside and log into. So we can very well go with this because this is still applicable. So go and review launch. Go here, next, launch it. I'm using the same key. I'm going for launch instance. But this time I'm going to name it as, what is the name we can give? I can I'm going to say application server, application server private subnet 2. Application server private subnet 2. Okay, I'm going to remove this tag. See here, now application server private subnet 1 need internet. Application server private subnet 2, I don't need internet. Now let's wait. What is this IP address? 10.10.3.200. So let's log in. In the meantime, there is a comment. 𝐕𝐢𝐣𝐚𝐲𝐻𝐻. Let's wait. A bastion host generally enables you to connect into instance in your VPC. The bastion host does this by acting as a jump host. So you connect to the So that is a expectation. So you are in Chennai branch, you are in US office, you are in Canada office, but from all your office, you first come to the one designated machine. Okay, from that machine you can do anything, you can go anywhere. How we are connecting office network VPN daily? If I want to work, first I need to connect to my office VPN. So the moment you connected VPN, automatically, if you see in your go to your command prompt hereafter, type ipconfig. Here in this there is a point-to-point adapter you will get. Right now I haven't connected anything, but you will see your network adapter. Then you will get some IP address. Tunnel adapter. Let's wait. Let's wait for a few more seconds. You understand, right, 𝐕𝐢𝐼𝐴𝐚𝐲𝐻𝐻? Because people are really getting confused. The bastion word, jump server words. It's a very simple. I'm running my company. I cannot expose my internal server to directly outside. But still, whatever we are doing, it's not right. But I want to show you all the options before finally I go ahead and configure the NAT gateway.
Yeah, Vijay, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are the changes in subnet 2 and subnet 1? What's the difference?
No, there is no difference. My expectation is this server should need internet. This server should not access internet. See here. So maybe the third
No,
one.
you used only NAT, right? For image. When you select the image, you select only NAT for both.
No. This only I selected NAT. This is normal. I selected. See here. I selected this. Okay, we will confirm it. See, I'm going here. I'm going this. See here the image. Where is the image which we select? See, AMI. So AMI 001. This also same AMI. But if you see here, there is a different AMI because it's a NAT image.
Okay.
You are getting it?
Yes. Okay.
This server is a normal image. This server also normal image. This server also normal image. But this server, see the image, VPC NAT. Because we need to configure all router, all settings, kernel, everything. That is why I opened this blog. To make sure you are getting the point. Why we are selecting a different image.
Okay. Thank you.
But my expectation is, our expectation is, we have a two application server network. This is another application server network. But my manager is saying, hey, can you make sure this network have to have a internet? Please make sure this network have to have no internet. That is what we are trying to achieve now. You are getting it?
Yeah, SVG. Yes.
Yeah. So now, yes, 2 bar 2 check passed. I'm going here. I am going to log out from here. Now I'm going to log out. So now I'm in a based on initial mission. Instead of login to the application server 2, I'm going to start this one. What is this IP address? 10.10.3.200. 10.10.3.200. Okay. Login it. So now ping yahoo.com. Because it is pinging. Why it's pinging? Any idea? What is the settings we made already? Why it's pinging?
Shall I tell, Vijay?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, in the route table, we allowed that this net server. Because of that, it is pinging because both the
Because
private
you already
subnet,
associated
both
here.
the private subnet are associated with
Yes.
that route table.
So because now my manager expectation is not to allow internet, click this and unassociate. Okay. Unassociate, go here and go see here. Are you getting the exact point what I'm trying?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is how, go back to your Excel sheet, Sri, everybody. So this I need internet. So then you need to ask your ask question to yourself. How do I configure in routing table? This I don't need internet. Then you ask yourself, how do I configure internet? This I need an internet. Then how do I configure? But there is a vulnerable. Right now, internet means I am rerouting everything to this machine. Okay, which is a real vulnerable. Now, how do I overcome this? Any idea? Stop device check. Can you open up Asaruddin? Can you just raise your hand so that I can unmute? Because we need to. Asaruddin, yes. Can you speak? I allowed you. What do you mean by stop device check? You mean this? You can speak. I unmuted. Are you saying this settings? This one? This one? Asaruddin? Asaruddin? I have given access to you. No. See, this settings is related to natting. Okay, that is why I given the example also in this, the natting part. So that settings, you are creating a one machine. In that machine should have a 2 network card and should have all kernel settings. Okay, if you launch the normal image, this is not possible. So you need to find out where that image you need to pick up and launch. In that image only you can do that settings, like right click. That is why now it's a good learn. I launched a wrong image, normal image. I went and I opted this option. It is not working. It is not working, right? So that is why you need to first decide only NAT server need that image. You understand, right? Sorry. You understand, right? Okay. So the 𝐕𝐢𝐣𝐴𝐶𝐻. Okay. Why private subnet connected to internet gateway? Okay. What always you need to understand one thing. Okay. See here you have a public network, right? You have a internet gateway, right? But this is your private network. Private network 1. So in this, we need to add reverse route also. But reverse route, we are not pointing towards here. So even we said from here, all you can go here, right? So you need to add the same here itself. But what will happen is it will go here, it will refuse normally. That is why better whoever want to have anything, even you can remove. We are not pointed. Go here. Right now, the private network 2, it's not pointed anywhere. Go here, routing table. There is a 2 routing table, public and private. In private, only one subnet is associated. Right now, the private subnet is nowhere. So since it's not associated, this is really not going to applicable. Correct, Vijay? So it's not at all connected. Only one subnet associated. That is why I removed it. Okay. So now, since this is the single point of failure vulnerable, what option we need to redirect instead of the NAT gateway instance? I don't want NAT gateway instance. I don't want NAT gateway instance. I don't want NAT gateway instance. Any option? Can you just share your idea? I don't want this. I don't want this. I'm against this NAT gateway instance. Sorry, NAT instance. So I want to go in a better, secure, scalable solution because I need the internet to do a lot of backend task, lot of update task, lot of maintenance task. Yes, NAT gateway, because you go here, go to this, there is a NAT gateway. So click this, right? And click create NAT gateway. Okay, and click this. I'm going to say web server or say cloud and load banking project. So select subnet. What is the subnet you will select? Any idea? Which subnet you will select here?
Private subnet.
Public.
How come private subnet you will select here? So I'm going here. I'm going for public subnets. Okay, connectivity type. Select connectivity type to the NAT gateway because you need to attach directly to the front end, right? So come down, elastic IP, allocate elastic IP, go for mute, go for mute. So elastic IP also I allocated, say create NAT gateway. So just wait for some time. So it is trying to take one public address. So it's a pending. Once you got a private public IP, you know what will happen? Instead of this, now you are creating one appliance. Okay, that also will have the public address. That also will have a private IP address. So you are redirecting everything to here. That's it. But only thing is in a routing table, you need to mention all traffic instead of going here. You redirect it to here. You need to change one more settings in routing table. If you do that, it's a really straightforward. It will work. Let's wait. So before that, we will log into the private subnet 1. Exit. Okay, so now ping yahoo.com. Okay. First, we will just ping. Let it go. Let's refresh it. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going for routing table. I'm going for a private. I'm going for routes. I'm going for edit routes. I'm removing this. Actually, we need to change this right now from NAT instance to NAT gateway. NAT instance to NAT gateway, right? So remove it, change. See? So it will not work. So the internet is gone. Now we will go to NAT gateway. We'll check NAT gateway is yes. See, there is a public address. So now what we have to do is go back to routing table, but please make sure there is nothing. Again, it's stopped. Now go to private, go to routes, go to edit routes, go to add route, all traffic. Maybe you can, if you want, you can specify some of the traffic, but I'm redirecting to everything. So NAT gateway, see, just now we created, right? Click this and save changes. The moment you saved, see here, now this is more secure, more safe, more scalable. Isaac, now you understand, right? The idea here, why I went to NAT instance, everything, so that people will understand first. So don't go with NAT server because it's a single point of failure. Normally, I never prefer to go with any OS based solutions. That is why the Kubernetes, everything nowadays, really like a fever. Okay. How many of you understood this? It's a basic one. Because till now you need to learn from default VPC, but default VPC in production, nobody will use it. You need to create your own. You need to create on your own networking as per your requirement.
Vijay, I have one question.
Yeah.
NAT gateway is there for the private subnet to access to the internet, right?
Suppose you have another scenario. This is just to access internet, but you have another scenario. You have, so this is the private, lot of secure servers. This is the another private, there are secure servers. So you have to have a internal bridge between this. That also has to be happen in some secure way, scalable way. You can use it. Even the load balancer also, you have a internet or intranet. Most of these services can be configured only for internal purpose or internet purpose. Even if you go to any load balancer, there is a, you will find GTM, Global Traffic Manager, Local Traffic Manager. Because from internet you will receive a traffic, but internal also you will have the same requirement, right? Application to application or server to server communication. Those are all, if you want to configure in a better scalable way, you have to go in this kind of solutions only, right? You cannot go and reinvent different services, right?
Okay, so Vijay, my question is like it's for private subnet, but like
Yeah.
we connect that public subnet to the net server. So public subnet already has internet. That is the reason we connect the net gateway while creating to the public subnet we associate, or is there any other reason?
No. This all what are we are talking about, not you connect. The backend operation want to access it.
No, while creating NAT server, NAT
Yeah.
gateway, we have
Yeah.
associated public subnet, right?
Yes.
So that public subnet I'm asking, why we have associated only public subnet there? If we select associate private, then what is the reason to select public subnet there? Is the public subnet already has internet connectivity
No.
to
That is
internet?
what I'm saying. What is your purpose? My purpose is I want to go away from here. Okay, you do one thing. Tomorrow when you connect or when you go to office, go to your browser, open your browser. What is my IP? Okay. You open this so that you will have one IP address. You will get one IP address, right? So this IP address, maybe, okay, this IP address, okay, maybe this IP address, but you go to your command prompt. Okay, in this command prompt, you type ipconfig. Okay, this IP address is 192.168.0.160. But when I go outside, I need one NATing. So this NATing is required because my purpose is I have to go outside. But I don't want to go in the same way how people are coming to maintain me. Otherwise, the easiest way people can attack. So the incoming way is one path. The outgoing way is different path. The outgoing way is only for my purpose, my application upgrade, my application maintenance, my application accessibility. That's it. You are getting it, or still I will put a more example.
Okay, Vijay, if you go to that Nat Gateway screen, the same, if you create Nat
Yes.
Gateway there, and then I will ask again.
Okay, I'm going to create a new NAT gateway. Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm asking, we are already assigning public IP here, Elastic IP,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, and the subnet here also we are selecting public. So why
See
we are
here.
selecting? Yes.
Now you are clear.
No, 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 no. You select public again.
Okay.
So I'm asking here, Elastic IP is the public IP, which is going to help us to reach the internet, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then the subnet, what we are assigning here, associating here, the public subnet, that why that is required? That is my question.
Yes, because
Subnet.
you are selecting public. Then how come you will select this one? Because you know this private subnet, it's not having any connections. You are getting it or not? In if you go to security rule also, even if you go to, I'm going to cancel this.
Vijay, what is the use of this private NAT gateway if we select it there?
Private NAT, the similar requirement you want to put it in your local. Say, for example, you want to have two different networks, and within network you want to apply the same logic, right? It depends on what you want to do. Okay. So can you see this? So in private, can you go here? I haven't attached any internet gateway here, correct? How I came. This is internet gateway. I logged in the jump server based on host using this, so that I'm going outside. But the application server, the public subnet I attached to the, see here, I'm going back to the public. See here, the internet gateway is attached, correct?
Vijay, is it like a virtual router, right?
Yes,
Gateway.
that is what I'm saying. It's a virtual router, but public, I attached internet gateway. So how I'm coming, I'm going the same way. But application server, I cannot take a risk. So how I'm coming, I need to find a different route. How you define a different route? So you need to create another path to reach outside. Are you getting the point?
Sorry, Vijay, I got disconnected. Electricity gone, and could you please again one time more again? Please explain.
Okay. See, this, are you seeing my screen? Public and private.
Yes, yes.
So public, how I am coming inside. Okay, I redirecting to the same via because I have integrated with internet gateway. Are you clear in this?
Yes.
Okay, go to private, but I cannot. Once I came inside my application server, I cannot redirect to the same route because people will easily hack it or easily smell what is the exact path I need to go and pick up the data and come back. Correct?
Yes.
Correct or not? So I need to
Yes.
create a different path because my need is I need to reach outside. I'm the application server. I need to reach outside. So you need to create a different path. Are you accept this?
Yes.
So from this, I'm the application server. I have to reach outside. How do you reach? So you need to create a new path with the public visibility. So the public visibility, I'm selecting public, but I'm creating a NAT gateway in an entirely different. So that NAT gateway, who are having the private, right now I have associated only one private network. That private network, I'm saying all traffic go via this. Are you clear?
Yes.
So this NAT gateway, if you click the NAT gateway we created, it is having this one, correct?
Elastic IP, yes.
Yes. So can you see here 10.10.1.78? So where it is taking the one? Now you will have a more answer.
From the public subnet.
Yes, exactly. So what is happening? So this is my private. Okay. Instead of rerouting the traffic towards the instance, I am rerouting the separate route, but with the appliance. You can even go here and restrict. There is a network ACL. Still, this is more important, but we are just trying to understand the concepts. So go to network ACL and see here. There is a cloud and load, right? So this VPC, this is my VPC. So go here and create all rules. It's more secure. The network NAT gateway is more secure, more scalable. This is only you need when you want to reach outside, only for particular subnets.
So here in network ACL, we can give the traffic outside for the private
Yes.
IP,
Yes.
right?
Yes, that is why you remember initially even private I rerouted routed to internet gateway. Then later I changed to NAT instance. Later I changed to NAT gateway. Are you able to recollect?
Yeah.
Is it clear, or still I will explain some more example?
No, Vijay, it is clear. So basically, what like Shrikant also has written in the chat, is it? It's a correct statement, right? Net or
Yes.
gateway require the
Yes.
internet
Yes.
gateway to reach
But
internet.
that is my expectation, but I cannot read to the same path again. See, you know how intruder coming, how intruder the hacking and all works. So if you define your architecture network path, say this way you come, you maintain, and you again reroute the all backend traffic also in the same. That is where the spam bot is happening. What will happen is they will come here via cookie or something. They will put it some malware here, and it will connect the send the traffic to outside world. So this will not have any suspicion because that is how you rerouted all the traffic. But what I'm saying is he is coming here, even though he put this way, I'm not rerouting the traffic. I'm putting one more appliance. Okay, this appliance never care how it will, because the incoming traffic doesn't matter. So outgoing, so the outgoing one always will have only internal services, internal traffic. There is no outside one. Even the outside one, they will have a different connectivity. So this is how you need to define. You are coming one side and going inside. If you go to any office, say for example, I worked in DLF or whatever. So that DLF will have minimum 10 IP address to go outside all the traffic. So they will put it in a pool, like a NAT gateway pool. So all 10,000 users in that branch, in that location, while accessing outside, want to reach, they will go from here. This is a NAT IP address. Sorry, not. So that is why tomorrow you connect your office. Before you connect, type this command, ipconfig, yes, egress traffic. So type this command, ipconfig, before you connect your office VPN. Okay, you will not have it. After you connect VPN, you will have one point-to-point adapter IP address and your local IP address. So you go here, go to what is my IP. The IP will be different. Okay, your assigned IP address will be different. This is how you need to understand. Because my expectation is I want to go outside, but with a secure way, with a different channel. That is why we are going with the NAT gateway. And even NAT gateway, you need to have more network ACL. Otherwise, it will not going to help you.
Yeah, now it is clear, Vijay. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. Okay, so now we will have a small break. After 10 minutes, we will come back and we will continue this.
Yeah, Vijay, do we need to create all rules here?
Which one? Which one?
You just said, right?
The network ACL, yes, because you have to create more specific rules. What to come, what to not to come. What port? Because right now we allowed everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if you ask me, I want to only allow HTTP, HTTPS, SSH. That's more than enough, or whatever database call. So that you need to add. For learning purpose, I'm just saying all traffic. No, you need to specifically, because that way also you can reduce your spam bots.
Okay, okay.
Because you know what kind of a servers, web server, application server, you know a web server, what is the port required expectation, you know application server, what is the port expectation, you know who are all going to access or who are all want access. That you need to put it. So simple. Go open one Excel sheet and open it. Say source who is the and destination who is the. This is how I used to do. So, and either it is a protocol, what is that? TCP or UDP. Okay. And it's a bidirectional or unidirectional. Bidirectional or unidirectional. These are all you need. And what is the service? HTTP or HTTPS or database call. So this, if you define, then only you go to here and define this rule very easily. You are getting the point.
Yes, yes. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So you take some 10 minutes break. We will meet after 10 minutes. Yes, Raj. It's a very good question because we are talking about only cloud. Okay, in on-prem, network team and security team both has to be involved, because in on-prem both teams are different. Even in the cloud, both teams are different, for your information. But both team have to be together. Nowadays, I'm seeing most of my past 3 years engagement, network team and security team are same. Now their name is also modernized DevSecOps. But still, more enterprise level organization, both teams are have to be different because the complexity is more. That is why, if you ask my current vertical also, it is separate teams, even though we are in cloud. Because the governance, it's going to be really headache. So take 10 minutes break. We'll meet after 10 minutes.